Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and with me somebody very, very special. Mr. Anant Maheshwari joins in. He's the president at Microsoft India. Welcome to Business Today TV. So it's great to have you with us. Data is the talking point right now, and that's what is going to be the focus of our discussion today. And who better than you to help all our audiences really understand where are we going as far as data is concerned, especially at Microsoft India. Could you help us, just to, start this discussion? What role do you believe that Microsoft India is playing as far as the global business is concerned?
So thank you so much for having me here. It's actually just a very quick one. India has always been very, very important to Microsoft. We've been here for more than 3 decades. It's amongst the largest sources of our intellectual capital across the company. We have been developing a lot of the capabilities for our global business from here. In addition to that, we are now driving a lot of business innovation out of here because of the startup capital that India is becoming. A lot of the IT services has anyway been going from India. So we are really partnering with all the IT services firms in serving the entire planet from India. So, and finally, I think with the tech stack that the government of India has developed, I think it's a very big opportunity for India to lead the world, even in terms of government to citizen services.
Right. So since we generate so much data, do you help us understand really how India is really, what are the ways in which we are leveraging data?
So I generally have a belief that India can be the data capital on the planet. If you really ask me the India at 100 vision, I would say, hey, India should become the data capital of the planet. And to do that, I think we need a lot of things to come together. We definitely have an existing capability of our IT services firms, which are already going to the world and serving the world. So we already have that capability. I think the startup ecosystem with B2B SaaS is the next service that we really create for the planet. And then finally, with 5G and with all the 1.5 billion people that will start using many of these services, we will have a data explosion inside the country. Now, India also has the opportunity to create data centers and bring a lot of that data from the rest of the world to be processed here, to be stored here, and be done in a very trusted and safe manner. And that trust element can become the distinguishing factor for India to become the data capital on the planet.
Right. So could you shed some more light on what are you at Microsoft really doing to prepare your data centers here? What can we really expect going forward from here?
So we've been amongst the first ones to even come in and create data centers in the country. We were ahead of the curve there. We've also created some very different partnership models, like we've announced with Jio on the data centers. And very recently, we announced our largest data center in the country, which is in Hyderabad. So we've had a very large geographic footprint of data centers. And during the last 2 years itself, we've enhanced capacity by more than 2x of the data centers in the country.
And going forward, what can we expect, the kind of expansion in this space?
One can really not predict how fast data is growing. I'll give you a very simple example on cybersecurity. Just last year, we were tracking roughly about 8 trillion signals on a daily basis, which is the largest at that time on the planet. And now, within a year, it's 24 trillion signals a day. So it is really exploding in terms of what you could do with data and signals.
Right. So what essentially is needed to make data secure and safe for everybody in terms of cybersecurity? That's been a big talking point right now. We still do not have a data protection policy. That's still in the works. But what do you think is needed at this point in time to ensure that our data in India is absolutely safe and secure?
So first of all, we start with the philosophy in general at Microsoft, not just asking what tech can do, but what tech should do. And that is all about trust. You have to start with that trusted framework right at the beginning of creating technology, because people will only use the technology that they trust. And that, if you look at the elements of trust, it can be privacy, it can be security, it can be a lot of consistency and also the reliability of the data. So there are many elements of trust that need to be seen simultaneously as you go. So I would say working all of them at the same time is the imperative.
Okay, so towards the end, I want to understand from you, going forward from here, we're talking about India at 100, the next 25 years, which are going to be absolutely critical. So far in the 75 years of independence, at least the last quarter years, what we have seen is a huge, remarkable contribution by the tech sector. What do you think can be, the tech sector's contribution as India moves towards being a developed nation, as has been indicated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
So I'll maybe relate it with a simple story. When India turned 50, in that 50th year, I got my first mobile phone, and I thought that had changed the world completely.
Yeah.
25 years later, everybody has a mobile phone, and it's much bigger, better in terms of what it is performing. I see the same trend line today when people are using AI and artificial intelligence, because it's really about enhancing personal productivity. It is having you being able to do more with less. And now that wave is just beginning. And I think in the next 25 years, where that can take us with the power that we have of the people and the technology capability in the country, I think sky's the limit.
Okay, understood that. Thank you so much, Mr. Maheshwari, for being with us and speaking to us with all those insights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.